2, the Louisville Cardinals soared to unprecedented heights in their second consecutive trip to the National Robin weekend event, the Cardinal Classic. The main event tomorrow night, number 20 underway. Troy in the darker uniforms, Louisville wearing white at home. And it is Elena Scott to tap it over. There's Caroline Derricott, the defensive specialist from Georgia, who serves for the Trojans. And Elena Scott flying to the floor to keep the play alive. And there is Hester for Troy roster. She is certainly the offensive player to watch tonight for the Trojans. There's Anna DeBeer returning the favor. And DeBeer per set last year for Louisville. There's Scott doing the dirty work once again. Here's DeBeer. And DeBeer for a second consecutive point.
Whereas Elena in a ball control situation has to be just a little bit more able to control her emotions.
And a coach who has built this program on culture, Steph.
Yeah, great conversation with him before the game about the culture and the experience to growing the program and being their best selves after spending a year as a redshirt with the program. And Stumpfig is an example of that.
Spot last year, PK and Cressy, the expected incumbents in that role this year. There's an overpass, and Ellie Glock nearly pounces.
And surely that number would have been higher were it not for the knee injury that she suffered. Missed 12 games, but was able to come back and contribute to this team. Hester to serve. Charity Looper the swing for Louisville. And that one is in. Well done, well played. Here's Butler for Troy. Now PK. And Butler once again. DeBeer couldn't control it after
that she's playing against.
Mesa with a terrific dig, and she goes flying once again. The swing from Sparks, though, unfortunate. Julia Brooks with the hit, and then Looper for Louisville. Butler off the tape, and Butler. Derricott serves. And PK floating in the air.
And that's exactly what Looper brings to the Cardinal offense.
Hester with power. Here's Aiko Jones, first opportunity we've had to call her name offensively. And then the block for Louisville, but it goes. Strong efficiency from Hester so far here in the first set. Cressy on that one for Louisville. To reach a ball like that. Here's Aiko Jones. And then the early ball over. The setup there for Sparks. And then Glock to Cressy. And it's too much for Troy coming together in a crowd. DeBeer there doing the work defensively, and then coming out of the back row. But she has checked in. PK not once, but twice. And this time, Louisville on a 3-0 run right now. And there is Broadhead, this time offensively.
Out of the middle.
A little bit to the right for Anna to give her credit defensively. Here she is offensively doing what she does so very well. Jones just gets it over. Jones and PK combining once again. And then Louisville left. Butler once again. Looper on the end of it defensively. DeBeer for Louisville offensively, and it's off of Derricott. We talked so much about Tori Hester Brooks, the other headline All-Sun Belt preseason selection.
Great
job there, yeah, by Butler. And then through the block, Hester.
She's doing a great job of seeing the block and not just banging into the block.
And then the block from Brooks. And Troy has...
He's excited by it, the energy that his team is playing with. But now we're going to see that missed serve face from him again.
Perhaps the energy a little bit too strong for the Trojan. But perhaps they're still trying to find their feet in this season opener. Set 2 underway, and Aiko Jones puts Louisville on the board right. Kills for a player that just absolutely stuffs the stat sheet. There's the block of PK. DeBeer involved served. Looper, who's had a service error, gets this one over. PK with the block. It goes off the tape, and then Elena Scott. Glock gives it back to Aiko Jones. There's an overpass, and PK and Jones up high. Coach of the year. Here's Butler for Troy to try and end the drought.
Better sub in for Aiko instead of a defensive specialist in the back row, which just gives a different look to the Cardinal offense.
Those denied by Cressy. Hester over, and there is Reese Robbins. Cressy with the kill. Four-time state champion in high school in Alabama. Staying home to play for Troy. The pandemic is continuing to have ripple effects, and maybe some that weren't necessarily expected. Looper after the error coming through, which, again, one of the higher profile transfers in college volleyball. There's Anna DeBeer.
And again on this higher ball out of the middle to take advantage of the Cardinal defense.
That one's in. It's a point for Troy through rotations on her shoulders.
I think one big picture thing that we have seen from this Cardinal offense, that's another different look.
Louisville program that expects to play a big role. Here's Butler. Bain, she serves here. There's Kara Cressy. Out of the back row, Sarah Bates with the swing. And then DeBeer right into the hands of Mesa. DeBeer, a great dive by Mesa, but then Cressy on top of it.
Petrenko's third ace. She had 50 a year ago. Here's Robbins. And an impact. A youngster coming right into this program. Doesn't look shy, and she's not shy there.
Right side, whereas last year the Cardinal offense was predominantly Chaussee and DeBeer scoring off the luck of Kara Cressy.
From the back row, there's Hester. Here's Cressy to finish off the second set.
Offense of the Cardinals, whether it be off of serve receive or great block
by Brooks. And then the overpass is pounced upon by Butler.
not given away.
Camden Trand serving for Louisville. The match, not just in the third set. This time we will have a swing, and it comes from Kara Cressy. And while you were saying, well, we've had back-to-back again. That time toward.
Great
There's
dig.
Sparks with the swing. Looper on the other end for Louisville. Here's Butler, and Butler denied. There's Jones. And now Butler right over Jones and out of play. And there is for Louisville scoring the.
So run happened.
Here's Butler again, and she is denied. But that is out. Aiko Jones again, the target offensively for Louisville, and this time she comes.
That is a product of the tough serving.
Just the rhythm of the whole set has been turned on its head a little bit. Just about every evening that this Louisville volleyball team comes to the court. There's Kara Cressy.
Seem to be firing on all cylinders.
There's Cressy with a block this time. She's been active. Oh, DeBeer with the block. To Troy in this opener. Cressy gets it over. Ooh. And
Behind the setter, or so Petrenko thought, on the back row attack.
Olivia Grantham in to serve for Troy. Her first action of the night, but another high school. gets one of the bigger ovations of the night. There's Hester for Troy. I want to point to Troy because Robbins, that's right.
There has not been a different hitter on the right side for Louisville volleyball in many years now, so it's a little bit of an...
More options, in other words. When you have players like Robbins coming in. Sherman with a miss hit, but it nearly worked out. Can Troy respond? They cannot. And in 2023, they've taken their first step toward climbing back up the mountain. They win. It's the first of a busy weekend here at the Cardinal Classic. Day one is in the book. Louisville wins their opener, 3-0 over Troy.